Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I cannot believe it is already October. This year has just absolutely flown by. I honestly cannot believe we're in Q4 of the year and how fast the last 4 months on board have gone by. I am past the halfway point of this contract, which is kind of wild. In one regard, I feel like I've been here already 6 months. But on another aspect, the time has just gone by really fast, especially September. September was a busy month, an exciting month, a chaotic month. And yeah, the time just flew by. So we're already into October, which means fall is approaching and the weather has really taken a turn pretty quickly here in Europe. If you don't know and you're new here, I work on board a cruise ship and we are currently cruising around Europe. We soon are going to be repositioning to Australia for the last bit of my contract, which is phenomenal, but we're still here in Europe for the rest of this month. And the weather really has started to turn to fall. I have been in Europe in October before on other contracts, but I don't remember it being such a drastic shift in weather. But yeah, within the last week, the weather has done like a 180. It went from super hot and sunny every day to now it's cold. Cold is a little bit dramatic. It's not cold. It's just cooler. Gray outside. It's raining quite often. So definitely getting all the fall vibes, which also makes it feel a bit more like home because in years past, if I'm on a contract in the Caribbean, the weather is the same year round and I'm from the north. So having seasons really does just feel comforting to me. But yeah, we're going to spend the day together. I don't have a ton of crazy plans for the day, but we're going to go through the day, do some fun fall-inspired activities, if you will. I need to really fill my water because I'm absolutely parched. Yeah, we need to fill this, kickstart the hydration, and then I want to start off with a coffee. We've got the water. Solid. It is one of my favorite times, which is coffee time. I did recently receive a gift in the mail from a subscriber, so thank you, Kate, for sending over such a thoughtful gift. And inside the gift was her favorite instant coffee, which you guys know I haven't had my machine on board, so that has been a little bit of a struggle. I have been making do. I have a friend who has a machine, so I have been using that, but it's not ideal because I have to go to their room every single time that I want to have a coffee. So having this instant coffee is going to be a game changer, and we're going to make a little latte together. So this is the Nescafe Gold Espresso. I was really into instant coffee over COVID when I was home because it was going viral. Like the whipped coffee was going crazy. So I really got into it then, but since I haven't drank it a ton, so I'm excited to try this one. And it makes 50 cups. So this will be great to have in the room. So we're gonna make a coffee together. So I'm gonna do 1 scoop of this. I love this little thing and I bring it with me everywhere. So we're gonna fill this up with water and heat it up. Give that a little stir. And then we're gonna add some oat milk. And now we try it. Cheers. Ooh, that's actually really good. I'm like kind of surprised. I mean, I had a feeling, but delicious. The only thing that would make this better was if I had a little bit of flavoring, like syrup or something, because I would have loved to make a really nice fancy latte, like a fall inspired drink, but we're kind of limited here on board, so that will have to wait till I get home. Regardless, this is very tasty, so I'm pretty happy about that. And now I have a nice easy way to make a coffee in the cabin, when I don't want to pester my friends. All right, we're gonna sit with the coffee, but I thought we could make a little fall playlist because I love making playlists for many occasions, but I haven't made one yet for the fall time, and there's a lot of songs that I've been enjoying that I really think give fall energy, if you will, which sounds a little bit cuckoo, but we're just gonna go with it anyways. So we're gonna open up Spotify, which if you don't follow me on there, I do have it linked to every video in the description box, so you can follow along with my playlist, especially this one that we're gonna be creating together. I didn't even do one of these for summertime, so I'm a little bit behind, but I think if we've got the fall playlist going, then this will really set the vibes moving forward for the next 2 months until winter. But I really won't experience winter until I get home because, of course, once we're in Australia, it's going to be summer there. Anyways, let's get it started. I'm gonna name this playlist Cozy Cafe. Perfect. Okay, so playlist is created. I'm gonna go into my liked songs and we're gonna get to it. But I feel like there's a lot of new music coming out the last couple months that I've been really enjoying. The Taylor Swift album did just come out and I have yet to listen to it. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard a lot of people not enjoying it. I've also heard people saying that it's iconic. So like, I'm not sure how I'll feel about it. But regardless, I'm going to have to take a listen to that. But on another hand, Sabrina Carpenter's recent album, Man's Best Friend, I'm obsessed. I can't stop listening to it. I know all the words pretty much to all the songs. That's how often I've played it in the last few weeks. Also, Justin Bieber came out with his new album called Swag. And the first album that he released, there were a couple songs I liked, but overall I was like iffy on some things. But then when he came out with part 2, there's a lot of songs on the part 2 that I really enjoy. And a lot of them I think are giving fall vibes. So starting off strong with this playlist, I am going to add some Justin Bieber. So we've got I Think You're Special, Mother in You, also a vibe, Better Man, Speed Demon, Witcha, and Eye Candy. I think that'll be it for now for the Justin Bieber. Next song we're adding is Staying by Lizzie McAlpine. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but this really is giving fall, so we're adding it. Okay, also, I did mention maybe a couple times, but it's been a minute, I am obsessed with Arcane. Jackie introduced me to the show, and it's epic. Not to mention the soundtrack of this show is arguably one of the best. And I have the entire playlist saved on my phone. But What Could Have Been by Sting is like definitely a fall. Oh, did I just accidentally remove it? Wait a minute. We're gonna go back. Crisis Averted. What else can we add? Heartbeat by Childish Gambino. Glum by Hayley Williams. Never Getting Laid by Sabrina Carpenter. Also, Sugar Talking is a good one to add. Man I Need by Olivia Dean, straight to the top. Well, you get the point. I'm gonna go through and add a bunch, but like I said, I'll have this playlist linked so that you can follow it and listen with me these next couple months. I have finished the playlist and now we are going to do some fall nails. I ended up having to take all of the nails off myself because I was very unsuccessful finding a place in Port that would take them off for me or that had walk-ins available, and they were just going downhill fast. So I had to do something about it before it ripped my nail off. So now I want to get back into doing my own nails. The last 2 sets of nails on board I got done in Port, but I did bring all of my gel nail stuff, so I thought it would be best to utilize it. So of course I have my lamp. It's super lightweight. It's a decent size, so I can fit my entire hand in there. I bought that on Amazon, and then I have these palettes, which I have become a huge fan of. One of them was actually a gift when I was on my last contract, and then I bought another one because I really liked it, and I thought it was super good for travel. It's very portable because this is basically a palette for gel polish. So you've got a bunch of different colors. This palette is absolutely gorgeous, but this is definitely more summer colors. So we will wait on this one, at least maybe until it starts to heat up again when we arrive to Australia. But that is absolutely stunning. And the other one is more of like pinks and reds and stuff. So I think this will be great for the fall. Need to pick out which color. Maybe the maroon or like the plum raspberry color might be nice. So we're gonna do that. And then I also have just like the basic gel base coat and finishing coat. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna put on some Netflix and watch the series while I do my nails. But again, the purpose for this is to A, have some nice nails, also to not do builder gel again just because it destroys my nails. So this will be a better option and I'll still have them nice and finished. And my parents come very soon, so I'll have my nails done for when they're here. These are the base and finishing coats that I'm gonna use. It's the brand Green Flash. So they're both clear. I first have to start with number 1 as the base. I'm gonna take my little palette, scoop out the color and apply this on my nails after putting it in the lamp. And then once that is put in the lamp, then I'm gonna finish with the top coat and then I have to cure it again. So basically each layer of nails product or polish, I have to put my nails into the LED lamp, which is over there because the cord doesn't reach long enough. So we're gonna start with number 1 and go from there. Nails are done. I think they turned out quite cute, to be honest. I've been loving polka dots lately, and I've been seeing a lot of this like different colored nail situation trend going on, so I thought that it would be fun to do. So we've got the same color on both hands, it's just reverse. So this is pink with white polka dots, and then this is white with pink polka dots. So I think it's super cute. Obviously, my left hand is not as good because I am left-handed, so using my right hand to do the nails is a little bit of a struggle, especially the polka dots, but I think from afar, they do the job. So those are done. Now I'm hungry. It is just approaching lunchtime, so we're gonna head upstairs, make a plate, a nice big healthy salad. Maybe if they have something else, we'll see. We're gonna check it out and yeah, enjoy a nice lunch. I think we've earned it after the nails. Alrighty, it is a little bit later. I had a nice big salad in the mess with some fruit, let the food digest, and now I have changed into some activewear because I'm gonna head to the gym and get an afternoon workout in. So typically I'm a morning workout girl, but I had some other things this morning to do, so we're doing it now. I've made it to the gym. I've grabbed my dumbbells for today's workout, 2 10-pound weights, and we are gonna get into it. I have queued, I was like, what's going on is the music. I have queued up some Bad Bunny that I'm gonna listen to while I do this workout. I'm so excited that he's the halftime show this year. I think it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be so good. So we're gonna pop in the headphones, get to that. I don't have a different workout for the fall workout, but I'm going to include how many reps or how much time I do each exercise so that if you guys want to try it out for yourselves, that it'll be there for you. So, outfit of the day is my thrifted little shorts that I got when I was home. I got them in this color and also in black, and they're some of my favorite flowy shorts. There's built-in shorts underneath, and then my top is from Halara. So, let's get to it, shall we? The hair's looking a little bit fluffy after my workout, but I had a really good workout. I was so focused, and I think music plays such a key part in the quality of your workout, I would say, or how much you enjoy it. Because when I have a good playlist going or a good shuffle on the mix, like, I usually have a great workout, and I really did. So I feel energized. I love lifting weights. So again, I don't lift anything heavy, but my favorite, like, go-to standard workout is a full body workout in 30 minutes or less. I also did a bit of core. I stretched to cool down, and I did a little bit of Pilates exercises with really light weights at the very, very end, just to push my arms to the limit. And it was great. So I'm out of the shower now. I would love to do some junk journaling with you, because I know you guys want to see more of that. And I have some scraps from when we were in Valencia. I've been keeping up with my pages really well, and it just brings me so much joy. The notebook is getting so large. But I thought it'd be fun maybe to walk you through my process and kind of show you step by step how I do it. You know, at the end of the day, it's just fun and a good creative outlet. So there really is no right or wrong way, but maybe this will help inspire you to start your junk journal or your scrapbooking journey or what have you. But I do have laundry I need to put in. We have quite a decent bag of laundry that needs to be taken care of. So I might as well throw this in first, and then we can get to junk journaling, and then I'll have to switch it over to the dryer. But I can kill two birds with one stone, and I'd rather do it today because I'm running out of socks. So alrighty, laundry is in the wash. I have 30 minutes till I have to switch it into the dryer. So we are gonna go right into some junk journaling. As you can see, the book has become very, very large, like very full. I used a regular spiral notebook, so really not the most ideal for junk journaling just because it's gotten fat. So for the next book that I do, I'll probably find something different, do like a binder situation. But regardless, this is my pride and joy. I have so many fun pages from this contract, and it's just such a good way to look back on all of the adventures and travels that we did. Of course, I have photos and videos for that too, but like to have like a visual with receipts and tags and things like that is just really nice, and it's really fun. So maybe I'll do like a flip through. I don't know if that's something that would really even you would want to see as like a full video on my channel, because I'm not crafting channel, but maybe if inside one of my videos I can share all of my junk journal spreads that I have done so far. But I'm going to open to a clear page. I have a tote bag full of all of my junk journal equipment. So I've got some glue sticks. I did have tape, but I've misplaced it, so we don't have that. I've got some alphabet stickers. I also have a ton of sticker packets of an assortment of different themes. I've got some gemstones. I've got backgrounds, either like little scrapbook pages, and also just like placemats and things like that from when we've gone out to eat. I have lots and lots and lots and lots of stickers. So I'm going to try to keep this as contained as possible because it does get to be a little bit of a mess. We're gonna do what we can. I'm thinking I want to do my Valencia spread or maybe my Monte Carlo spread. I'm not sure. You know what? Let's do the Monaco spread. I think that'll be fun. So I have all of my junk together. I try to keep all of my junk and the scraps that I collect when I'm out and about all together, so it stays a bit organized, and also I don't have to search around for the things from a specific time and place. I think it's just easier that way. So I have this wrapper was from my postcard that I bought, but I thought I could use this somehow, so I did keep that. I did pick up 2 pamphlets with maps because there's a ton I can cut out, but because it is 2-sided, I got 2 just in case there was something I liked from a specific section on both sides. So we've got that. I have this little flyer, which was to buy my train ticket to Monaco. So we can use that. This little business card. I honestly don't remember. I think I got it in the gift store with my postcard. So not a ton to work with, but I definitely think we can find some fun things in the welcome pamphlet. And then, of course, we can decorate with stickers, backgrounds, things like that. So my first step, once I've organized my junk, is to just look at what speaks to me and cut it out. And then I like to make a little bit of a rough draft, sort of laying everything out, playing around with different options of layouts of this stuff. So usually I put it all together, I'll take a picture of it on my phone, I'll reorganize, give another option, and if I'm really happy with two options, I'll just go back and forth and kind of decide which one I want to go with. So I have a visual of how everything is laid out, so I remember when I take it all off and start gluing down. Also, sometimes I have a lot of scrap in the same color assortment, so I really like my spreads to be visually pleasing and to be in the same color family. So sometimes I do contrasting colors, sometimes I do complementary colors, sometimes I just go based on literally the junk. Like as you can see, this spread is a warmer tone. So we've got the red, the pops of red, but also we have the like tan and brownish tones. So that's kind of my thought process when starting, but I, again, really like to lay everything out first and find the layout that I like best before I start gluing anything down. Of course, you don't have to do it this way. It's just for fun, but it does help me, especially when I have a lot of scraps or very little scraps. So yeah, we're gonna take a look. I really like to incorporate the map as part of the background. That's typically my favorite thing to do. There's a lot you could find from this. So you can, cut out different words or pictures, even like a QR code might be cute. So we're gonna just start getting to cutting. And again, this is just a really good creative outlet. I feel like this is such a cozy activity as well that obviously you can do at any time of the year, but in the fall time, I don't know. I feel like when it starts to get colder outside and you're looking for activities indoors, but you're kind of stuck, anything having to do with like scrapbooking, junk journaling, drawing, coloring, painting, all of that is really nice. Oftentimes I will cut out a bunch of stuff and not use all of it. Sometimes I have to pivot my idea, but sometimes you do. So it's all about just having fun and just getting creative and making something new with the existing things that you already own. And then you have a really nice finished product at the end. Update, everything has been laid out and glued down. This one, the color scheme is kind of all over the place because we've got red, but then the map has a bit of blue and I wanted to use that in there. So I think it's gonna all come together once I add the finishing touches. So I've laid everything out, took the picture, now I've glued everything down, and now I'm gonna move on to the text and the stickers, which I have a ton of stickers, like tons. So I'm thinking for this one in particular, instead of doing red accents for the title, I'm going to go with silver because I feel like that's very like fancy, bougie for Monte Carlo. So I have the little glitter. I'm going to spell out Monaco. I think I'm going to do it like on this little empty space right here. And then I also have these silver gems. They're like strips, which is really nice for borders and things like that. So I'll just sort of play around with these, but these might actually be the last step because I have the stickers as well. So I'm going to go through all my stickers, see what will sort of match either the vibe or the color scheme or just Monte Carlo in general. And then we'll go from there. But again, like, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I just like the finished product to be somewhat cohesive. It doesn't have to be like to a T, because some of them that I have done, depending on what scraps I have as well, they're all very similar color tone. So it turns out really, really nice. But it's not always the case, so. All right, I have successfully finished the spread. This is what it looks like. I am very happy with how it turned out. The only thing that I don't especially love is the red, just because it doesn't fully match the entire vibe. But I do think using specific stickers throughout tied it together. And I also love the silver accent with the gems like going around along the train line, etc. So I think it looks really cute. And you can see also the map, like the main square, I would say, downtown area. So I think it looks quite cute. I am happy with it. And it didn't take me too much time, to be honest. This is my previous page, if you're wondering. But like I said, I can give you a run through in another video. This is just the most recent spreads I did before the Monte Carlo one. And I absolutely love them. There's a lot going on, but I think it's cute. So, okay, junk journal stuff is put away, organized again back into the tote bag, and put in its place. But my laundry is still in the dryer. It's still quite damp. So I'm running it on another cycle. But in the meantime, I'm going to go have some dinner because this evening I am working the production show. So I'm going to be helping with the dressing backstage. And I need to hopefully get my laundry out of the dryer before I go for call time. So fingers crossed, while I go to eat dinner, it will dry at least enough to bring back to the cabin, and I can always hang a couple things if I need. But I'm going to grab my pesto and we're going to head to the mess. Alrighty, I have finished dressing for the evening, and actually it's a little bit later. I have been brainstorming a little project with Christoph. That was like 15 minutes, and since then I have been finishing some editing for the evening. So another video for the crossing is checked off, which is a really good feeling. I'm trying to get ahead, but it's really hard to keep up with my current upload schedule and also film and edit videos for the future. So we're making do. But yeah, Jackie should be done with her dressing soon. And then we'll probably hang out. I think maybe Jaden and Jamie are going to come hang out, but we do have work early tomorrow at 7:45. So I really don't want to have a late night. I'd like to just chill and be in bed at a very reasonable hour so I can rest up for that. But I definitely wouldn't mind like a cozy fall feeling movie night or something like that. But we'll see when Jackie comes back.